What's up everybody, Eaglefirefly Gaming here, hope you're well. Here's a little video on LP and how to maximise your mission earnings. And you're probably wondering, I've got all this LP, I've done some missions, what do I do? Well, first of all, you can buy this, you can buy this, you can buy this, you can buy this, buy this, buy all the things, buy everything, do whatever you want, buy it all. Make it, build it, sell it. Don't do that, not a cool idea. Basically, you can do that. But you're going to lose a bit of ISK and you're not going to maximise everything. So I'm going to show you what you can do to make a little bit more ISK. So we use this magic website here. Whoosh. Fuzzworks.co.uk LP store. Right, so in this, what you're going to do is you're going to select the faction station that you are in. So here we're in Space Lane Patrol. So we go to Space Lane Patrol, scroll, and Space Lane Patrol. And where we're going to sell, because we are in near Jita is in the Forge. Right, here we go. So there's two important boxes to select here. So we've got Select Corporation Sell Prices and Select Corporation Buy Prices. Before we go into this, I just want to say a massive thank you to all of the support that I've received recently. You guys are fantastic. The way the channel is growing is awesome. Spread the word, send me to your friends, recommend me if you like or don't recommend me. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment and all that usual good stuff. That would be awesome. It helps the channel grow and it keeps me going to provide you all the content. Also drop some things in the comments of what you like to see. So we have sell prices and buy prices. So sell prices is whenever anybody wants to sell something in Jita, they'll put a sell order on. Okay, so basically what you have here, you have some columns. So you've got the item ID, the amount of LP it costs, ISK it costs, type, and any other requirements. And then it puts that cost in here, and the quantity and so on and so forth. Now the bit that we're really interested in right now is the ISK to LP. So if you hit that button there, it will convert it to ISK to LP. Now a word of caution here, if you do that you will get this. So to buy this unit from the LP store, it costs you 375 LP, 375,000 ISK, and you can sell it for that, and you're going to make this much, so 7,000 ISK per LP. Which is basically 7,000 times 375. As if you sold a lot of these, that's how much you would make. Okay. The benchmark that you try and achieve is as close to 1,000 per LP point spent, and that's how you get the most ISK. Right. The problem with doing the sell prices is that, as you see here, the 5% volume, only one has sold. Now here, which is an interesting one, Caldari drone specialization, and it's selling for 9 million, and there's been 1,500 movements on the 5% volume. Okay, and it's 3k ISK. Right. So the problem with this is that anybody could put a sell order up at any price at any movement, and it would generate this number on the right hand side, ISK to LP. This is not really very accurate to work on. Some people may argue and say yes it is, because of all the sell orders, and you can go how they basically combine the 5% volume and the ISK to LP ratio. Okay, so these two columns are the ones that you want. Now what I do, and actually it's works out 90% of the time, and it's guaranteed ISK. Okay, so if we go back LP store and then we choose Space Lane Patrol, Space Lane Patrol, the Forge, and then we click this one, buy prices. Okay, you'll see there's a lot of red amber now, and the numbers are much lower. Now how this works is, basically if you create this module, you are guaranteed to sell it at this price, because there's already a buy order up in Jita that somebody has said, I want to buy such and such at this price. So if I made 5,000 units of this, I could take it to Jita now and sell it for that. Okay, and make that, right? Providing obviously that the sell order hasn't gone by the time, buy order hasn't gone by the time I get there. So you can use this, you can monitor this as you go. So here you can see these are big things that you don't want to buy because there's big movement on them. So we use the is to LP ratio, so we get there now it's amber and not green. Okay, so the target here is between 850 and 900 is your theoretical green, right? Now if you just want a quick ISK bang, okay, you'll make these items, throw them in Jita, and you'll get your ISK and you'll get your return less your sales tax. So you'll probably get 867 ISK LP less 15%. So you won't maximize the LP. Okay, so what you want to do is just if you just think about what's going on at the minute. So we've got Inferno missiles going on the store at the minute, and also there's Nova going as well. So you see the Nova price has actually dropped in 24 hours. Okay, and then this, because we're in Caldari space, the Scourge torpedoes will go quite often because they're used for mission running. So we know that the Scourge is going to be used for mission running on Garistas. Okay, and there's quite a fair movement on there, 103,000, right? 867. So we're gonna go with these. So I kind of prepared this earlier, so I did a little bit. Here's what I made earlier, kind of thing. Okay. So yeah, there's that. So then what you want to do, once you've done that, so the natural process then would be to go and buy 5,000 Scourge torpedoes. Okay. And then you go and buy them for 2 million ISK, and then you go and sell them for, the idea is to sell them for 1.9 million ISK plus the 5.5 that you've spent, and then you should end up with about 5 million in profit per run. Okay, so in high volumes, you're going to make more money. Yeah, so like 50,000 Scourge torpedoes, you're going to expect to make 50 million in profit, less 15% tax. They're thereabouts. So that'll bring you around about the 867. So what you can actually do is there's a calculation that you can do. I'll go into that in a bit more detail if people need to in the comment section, but there is a actual calculation that you can do which will give you exactly what you're going to get. Okay, so that's fine. So if you want to make more money, so you're going to do probably 19 to 20 million in other costs, okay, to build those, and then you quick bang, job done. Right, so we don't really want to do that. So how to maximize that earnings? So we talk about running missions and stuff like that. So if you salvage your missions, I don't know if I have anything left, but let's say if you salvage your missions and you have all the modules, okay, so you go into a mission, preferably one pocket, you drop them at MTU, you bookmark it, and you go back later on and go and get the loot. Okay, and then I make a reprocessing container and I reprocess my loot, and then I drop everything into building components, and then I basically get the core minerals here. Okay, I do a little bit of titanium mining every now and again just to keep that topped up. Yeah, so that's that. So that's how you maximize your materials initially. Right, so what I've done, if you open up the industry tab, so I've got some active jobs here. So I have a Scourge torpedo blueprint. Okay, a standard blueprint, right? And then what I've done is I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 copies of that blueprint with 200 runs per blueprint. Now there'll be another video on invention and copying and things like that later on, so we'll go into that in more detail. So yeah, so what we've done here is we've built the Scourge torpedoes off the mission loot at the station that we run the missions. Okay, so we've gone and done the mission, we've looted all the salvage, we've reprocessed it, we've put it into a container. While we've been running the missions, we've had some blueprints copying, and then we've come back and we've built the Scourge torpedoes while we've been salvaging the next missions. Okay, so it's copy the blueprint, make the blueprint, mission, salvage, come back, deliver the blueprint. Okay, so now we're going to deliver these. Yeah. I don't know where they're going to deliver to. There. Okay, so we've delivered them. Let's just grab them. Stop them. So we've only got 25,000. So we've delivered them. Okay, and they're there. Right. Now they're delivered, the blueprints will still sit because we get 4 times the run. Yeah. So they're the Scourge blueprint. They're the Scourge torpedo blueprints there, and there's 150 runs left. Okay, so we can do this 4 times. Right. So we've made those. We've made the torpedoes. We've got the building components in there because we've reprocessed the loot. So then we set the next cycle up. Oop, we don't want insurance, we don't use insurance. So then we set the next cycle up, right? So we will go, please install blueprint. Blueprints. Torpedo. We'll just right click them, use blueprint. So we already have the building components location set, and we're going to drop it into the ammo location. We've done the 50 runs because that gives us 5,000. So each LP purchase cycle is 5,000. Okay, and about 5,000 LP. So each level 4 mission, you get around about 5,000 LP. Okay, so as long as you're picking up these materials as you go along, technically what you can do is each mission you're creating enough materials to do 1 set of torpedoes. Okay, so you're looking around, let's say if you're doing a big mission, you're going to get 25 million in bounties, then you're going to get 5 million in mission loot, and then you're going to get this little top up as well, so you're going to get 2 million plus your 5 million, so you're 7 million. Okay, so you're basically making 7 million for nothing per mission, right? As long as they sell, obviously. So it's not a lot, but it just tops you up a little bit more. Basically you earn more doing it this way than you do selling the loot. Okay, you can sell the materials, but you just get that little bit more. You can run a spreadsheet and stuff like that if you like. So we're going to start this job. Okay, then we're going to start this job. We're not going to start this job because we've not got enough materials, so we need to go out and salvage. Okay, so we'll run that. It takes 7 hours. Okay, so you need to make sure that you've topped up all your salvage before you do your next run. Okay, so you've done that now. So the guide it is slightly complicated, but if you rewind and refresh things, then it's quite straightforward. So then we're going to open the LP store, and we're going to go show affordable only, and it gives us all this stuff. Now you can do implants. Be careful selling implants, because ideally what you need to do is you need to sell the implant for 65 million ISK plus 65,000 times 1,000. You get me? So another 65 million ISK. If that's 65,000 times 1,000. I think so. Yeah, so you need to be selling those at that price, and then the tax is big on them. Yeah. Now the Concord LP ones that you do, you can make big money on those. I've made some pretty big money on the Concord ones, and you get Concord LP from incursions, which we'll cover again in another one. So we select charge, it filters, and there we get the Caldari Navy Scourge. So we're going to purchase 5 of those. So it's going to cost us 27,500 LP, 27.5 million ISK, and then 25,000 Scourge torpedoes. Now that would have normally cost another let's say 12 million in ISK in materials. So you're already 12 million up before you start. So 12 million plus 27.5 million, you're going to be at 40 million up. You should be 40 million up in theory. Yes, they've bought and then they've converted there. Now obviously you can use them if you use the torpedo boats, but I just sell them. but you might save a lot of money doing it that way if you're using the torpedo boats. Yes, that's pretty much it. And then we'll throw them in the crane, and then we'll basically ship them off to Jita. So we'll right click, set destination, and then we'll go to Jita. And then I'll pop back and then I'll show you setting the orders up. Alright, so we're here. Welcome to Jita. So let's open up the cargo bay. We'll drop that into the hangar. And then we'll go and sell. Easy peasy. Okay, so if you sold them immediately, you would get 58,980,000. So that falls in line. So you can see there, 2441 is the buy, and it's just dropped a little bit actually. So somebody probably snatched that up, 2450. So it has actually dropped a little bit. So what we were going to do here is, if we view the market, let's just have a feel of what's going on. So you can see I do have some there already for sale that haven't sold yet. So there's quite a few dumped onto the market just now. So let's see what we can do with this. As you can see, my strategy works fantastically. So we'll go. What we're going to actually do here is we're going to put 15,000 on the market for 2,500. Which is, if you look, is in between. So they were selling at we know that they were selling at 2450, right? And they're 2441, so there's quite a big drop there, so we know that they'll go. And then we'll sell the rest at around about, what do we put them in at? 2650. 2650. And we'll do that. And then we're still under the threshold. So we know they'll get snapped up. We know that they might get snapped up. And let's just have a look at the orders that we've got going on. So we have about 146 less 29 million. So we've got about 120 million's worth of torpedoes on the market at the minute. I'm hoping by sort of midweek these will sell. So if you want to sell them quickly, you can sell them for the buy orders that are up already. And then, you know, you've got a quick ISBang there. You're probably going to get, so it was showing 56 million. So you're probably going to be getting sort of 700 IS per LP. Which is not brilliant, but it seems like the LP market is just a little bit down at the minute for that. Oops, thumbnail time. Yeah, so that's it really. You can there's a little bit more science to it. You can go a little bit more advanced. I've got various spreadsheets, but for a quick ISBang, that's the best way to maximise the quick ISK shot. You can, like I say, go back. This website is really good. Have a poke around this website. It's fuzzworks.co.uk and on the LP store. And then we go. See, the other thing as well is that I have LP for Caldari Navy, right? But if you look at generically, the ammunition is selling better on the buy orders, right? So let's have a little look at the sell orders. So it's basically controlling forward sell prices. Okay, big LP. Right, so let's just work our way down this. So we know that that's not going to sell. We know that the Caldari drone specialization, that could sell. So what's that? So that's 3,003. So I should have some LP here. I don't know if Caldari Navy do this. Skill. Yep, Caldari Navy drone specialization. So let's purchase We'll just purchase 2 of those. And then what we'll do is I'll run this and I'll get back to you on what worked and what didn't work. Let's have a look at the market. So they're selling at 3197. See, this is what I'm talking about. So this is where you've got to be careful. So Caldari Drone Specialization here is saying that it was selling at 9011673. So somebody has put a sell order up at that price. Tell me where. Okay, so we look at the price history. So the high for the day was going back a little bit. So yeah, okay, so the high for the day here was 10 million. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but there is a 10 million spike. But there's another one, look, and another one. So this could be something untoward here, probably. So that's something to watch out for when you're using the website. So somebody has drove the price up there. I'm not quite sure what, I don't quite know sure how, but then if you look at the graph, you can see that that's happened on multiple occasions. Not a very high volume, but it's happened. It's an interesting one actually, I've never noticed that before. So there's one there, look. So it seems to happen. We may have snuffed somebody out here, boys and girls. Right, so here's the point. So the average is about 2.5 million. Okay, so 10 million there today as a high. 10 million, and I bet there's another one. 10 million, 10 million. See how strange that is? Wow, I've never seen that before. Okay, so that's something to have a look out for. Even still, though, we're probably not gonna hit the 1k per LP ratio here. 3197. So we will sell them for, what was the average? So we'll put them in at 289. And then we're probably just going to earn about 750 ISK per LP. Put them in there like that. A bot will probably snap them up or something, you never know. Something weird will snap them up because they're way below the average margins. But we just want to get rid of them, so whatever. Each to their own. So we'll go here. We'll have another look. So hopefully we can try and give an example that doesn't snag us like that. So this would be a good one. No, because we don't want to use the tags. Let's have a look at this one. So inherent plants, so we'll copy this. So 1199, and there's not very much movement on it. So let's have a look. Paste that into. Oh, didn't work, did it? There we go. Okay, so there's not many on the market, so I wouldn't probably be very interested in this. So have a look at the price history, the graph. There's not much movement at all. So you see, even though the ISK LP ratio is really high, you've really got to drill these down. So the most important number for me is looking at the ISK to LP ratio and then the 5% volume. So let's see if we can do what we can with this one. So Caldari Navy Iridium Charge S. So we can make the Iridium charges, no problem. So we're looking at 71998. Okay. See, once you have all this stuff, will become memory and sort of natural to do. You'll go, right, well, I'm going to do 10 runs of that, I'm going to do 10 runs of that, I'm going to do 10 runs of that. You'll know already what to buy. And it is I've been doing the Scourge torpedoes for a couple of weeks and I've made some good ISK on it. So you need to probably review this once a week, I would say. or you can review it all the time before you put the order in, but the day after it will change. So Fuzzworks is saying 71998. So that's what the average is. So we've got big orders in here for all the way down to 470. So the chances of that are pretty slim. So you're looking at so it's 71998. See, we can get really complicated with this. So 71998 at 2000 disc LP. Do you want to half that to get a more realistic price down to your target of 1k disc per LP? So you're looking around about 350 to 400, probably 450 would be your minimum. Oops, drag that over there. So 450 would be a minimum. So you can see here the buy orders. So you could probably drag that down to about 500 and sort of out tip these, but you're going to pay a high tax on that and it'll bring it down. So yeah, that's pretty much it really. So there's a little bit of market stuff involved. This website is really good. Have a poke around with that. You probably might be able to do better things than I do. I'm just interested in making that little bit extra. But I think if we did some real big thought on this and then plugged it into a spreadsheet, we could do a hell of a lot more. It's quite a powerful tool to have. So yeah, I hope it's helped the people that don't really know. This is not really for an advanced guide. This is probably for people that don't really know what to do with their LP. Okay, some of you guys and girls that really know what you're doing on here, drop something in the comments that you'd like to see, like to change, like me to try, and I'll do it. This is not really a guide for the advanced folk, but we can definitely drill this down if demand sees it. So thank you for being here, thank you for watching, thank you for everything you do for the channel, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye bye.